have the advantage, Mr. Ray, of representing an industry that is labor-intensive, and it seems like the government this time around has a soft spot for labor-intensive industries. But Rajiv Karwal, you have the benefit of a macro view. You deal with small and medium enterprises on a day-to-day basis. You have a sense of what their real on-the-ground issues are. First, a health check, and then a priority list from your experience.
See, in terms of the health check, one of the studies which we have recently concluded, which is the sickness and rehabilitation of SMEs in India. And you would find that, almost 74% of the small and medium enterprises which go sick do so because the finance is not available to them on time. And, my co-panelists have actually tried to endorse that in various ways. So I would not dwell upon that. But some other issues which they bring up are definitely related to infrastructure and also in terms of the technology upgradation which must happen, because they really do not know what is the way forward. I'll just take two examples of two cities, which is one is Ludhiana and one is Meerut. Ludhiana, the nearest airport is about 130 kilometers, which is Amritsar. It exports almost 7,500 crores worth of goods and is 65% of the exports of, Punjab. Now, three industries, if we just take Ludhiana auto component industry, the bicycle industry and the hosiery industry, 80%, 71%, 60% dependence on exports. And what has the government really done? I'll bring you to Meerut. The only handmade brass band cluster in the world is in Meerut. Meerut again is the largest taxpayer to the UP government. When we talk about exports, where is Meerut on the roadmap? What are the infrastructure facilities which have been provided? The scissor cluster is perhaps the only cluster of its kind in India. It used to be the largest exporter in the world just about 50, 60 years ago. Today, Pakistan exports about 27, 28% of the world's scissors, and our scissor cluster has been reduced to 10 crores. Right? No understanding in terms of what the government policies are. Various studies I'll share with you. Whatever government policies are, 75 to 80% of the people do not even know that those policies exist. Then people who know, out of them 75 to 80% people do not know how to take benefit, and the, corruption, bribery, political angle, government angle, the SMEs.
All of it weighs it down.
All of weighs that down. So, if I was to have just two wish lists from this year's budget, I would say that identify the zones, clusters, cities like Ludhiana, make massive infrastructural investments to really improve their competitiveness, because Ludhiana to Bombay port, the inland transportation itself, if it adds 3 to 4% and takes away the competitiveness, that's a huge thing. And second is technology upgradation. Don't leave it to the associations. They don't really understand. Some of the associations at the smaller towns are completely dominated by vested interests of maybe 2 or 3 people, and then they splinter up. In India, that team spirit and unity, how much it is there. So I think maybe government should take it upon its own control to make the technology upgradation happen.
I can see that there is an